All right. It's now evening, and we have had things happening all day. So let's go over here and check for eggs. First of all, this morning I slipped on wet grass because, when you're getting water for the animals and stuff, you inevitably spill some. But I didn't see the spill because I wasn't the one who was filling that bucket, so I didn't know there was water on the grass. And so I was just kind of zipping around and I slipped. So I actually really hurt my hip. So I'm kind of limping a little bit, which is, awesome. So that was this morning. So then I had to try and stay still for a little bit because it actually really hurts. There we go. Here's a horse and a goat, all intact. Somebody asked if Shadowfax was okay. He's fine. He's got a big horse butt. There's Rooster. That is Spark. He's a very nice rooster. Hi, chickens. I can hear you. That's a big spider web. Walk around it. I don't mind spider webs because, frankly, spider webs mean the bugs are getting caught. This broody hen is doing pretty well. In the corner there, sitting on her eggs. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yeah, you guys are good birds. Very nice birds. So, I'm just having to be careful with my hip because I slipped and my legs went in different directions. Hi, buddy. You a good turkey? Yeah, you a good turkey? Okay, excuse me. I'm walking in this line right here. So, that was early on. We have ducks all over the grass, which is good. Ducks all over the grass, doing their duck stuff. There's also a duck sitting on eggs under the barn again. Don't even. I don't even know. Here's Lonesome. And these chicks are doing really well. They did well overnight. It's not been cold, so it's July. It's not been cold. You just worry when you move them to a new location that they'll stress out because birds do that. So do rabbits, and they stress out because things are different. So they stress out. So everyone over here is doing okay. If you're wondering why the white bunny doesn't look so white, it's because she was in the water bowl. That's what they're doing right now. They're beautiful rabbits. Man, they're beautiful rabbits. So we have a solid lilac and a solid blue. They're gorgeous. I think we're going to keep the solid lilac if it's a girl. If not, well, then we won't keep it because we're not keeping any more boys. We're not giving any more boys. So what happened after I hurt my hip? Well, we had someone come pick up a puppy. So we're down to 5 puppies left here. A puppy for sure is going home Monday. I believe a puppy is going home Saturday. This right now is Thursday. So we had a puppy go home today. And I think a puppy goes home Saturday. And I think a puppy goes home Monday. So if I've got that correct, then by the end of Monday, we might be down to 3. Look at these guys. Aren't they cute? They're doing so well. And yeah, we moved their kennel again. We're moving their kennel basically every day. Just, because we can. Because you just drag the kennel around. That's not really that big a deal. You just move the kennel somewhere new. Because you can see where the kennel has been. And we just move it around. And then you let the grass recover. It's not really that big a deal. So, hi, sweetheart. There's my wildfire. There's my wildfire. Her daughter's around somewhere. I just saw her a few minutes ago. The other thing we did today, so after the puppy went home, a little boy, by the way, the little boy with one black rimmed eye and one pink rimmed eye, that was very cute. Very cute puppy. We also got hay delivered. We only got 35 bales because we don't have a large operation. So because we don't have a large operation, we don't need a ton. So we'll get some more in the fall. But it's very nice hay, very good, very fragrant. So you want, I'll pick up some that fell off a bale so I don't have to rip off any. But if you look, there's still some green, but it is dry. Like, you don't want it baled wet. But it's green, it's really good. Creek grasses, so it's right off the creek bed, which is really nice. It smells fantastic. That's what you really want. You want to smell the hay, and it should smell fresh and fragrant. It should not smell musty or moldy. Okay? When you should smell the fresh grass. Okay? If it smells musty, don't buy it. And that hay is fantastic. The guy we get this hay from, we got hay from him last year and the year before, because it's fantastic hay. Like, it's really good. It's right off the creek bed. Really excellent stuff. I'm looking to see if there's any reddening tomatoes. There are not. But it's excellent, excellent hay. So definitely you want to get decent hay for your animals. Don't settle for the cheap junk. The cheap junk never does anyone any good. Also, I just got bit by a bug. And squashes are starting. Good. Over here, we're doing well. Nice, nice, nice. Plants are doing well. I don't know why the chicks are suddenly making so much noise. There's a couple of ducks hanging out with them now. But everyone's doing really well. So we're happy about that. And we're happy we got the hay, because what you don't want to do is run out of hay. So the best time to look for hay is when you still have some. Don't get yourself in a position where you're like, oh man, I'm on my last bale. Right? Don't do that, because if you start doing that, what's going to happen? That one's no good. I'm just picking some of the tomatoes. Are getting chomped. Like, I'm just not as happy with these tomatoes as I have been in previous years. They've been from, I just don't like them as much, you know? So, But don't wait till the last minute to get your hay. Don't wait until you're like, oh geez, if I don't get hay by tomorrow, I'm screwed. Don't do that. Take the time to get the hay in advance. So we still have like 6 weeks of hay left. Okay, we still have like 6 weeks of hay. So because we still have 6 weeks of hay, we're not particularly worried. We had the time to wait if we needed to. We didn't have to. I called Brett, that's my hay guy. I called him and I said, basically, so I need some hay. Do you have like 30, 35 bales? And he's like, yeah, I can probably bring them by this evening. And I said, great, I'm home all the time. So whenever you're free, I'm free. And he goes, oh, if you're free right now, I can do it now. And less than an hour later, he was in my driveway with the hay. He doesn't live very far. He literally, if you go down this road and you turn towards the lake, he's just down that way. Like, he's literally, as the crow flies, that way by the lake. He's not far, which is good. The closer you can get your hay, the better. You still want quality stuff. Just because it's close doesn't mean it's good. So you still want quality stuff, which is always really important to us, because we want our guys to be eating good quality stuff. It doesn't cost that much more to get good quality hay. So we obviously got small bales. They're about 70, 80 pounds. They're easier for us to handle. So I often get asked, how much do we pay for hay? So we're in an area where everyone has hay. Okay? Mosquito biting me. Everyone has hay. Like, there's lots of hay where we are. Okay? It's easy. We have a lot of creek beds. We have a lot of ditch hay. we have a lot of like what we call floodway hay, which is the floodway is a thing that's cut to save a couple of our cities from flooding. And so it's basically a giant ditch to divert water. And so in low water years, like right now, there's lots of grass on there, and you just cut that grass, let it dry, boom, hay. So we actually have a ton of hay. I know I've heard some people pay for a bale of what we have, like $20. We pay like $5 to $7 per bale. So for us, hay is pretty cheap. And we get that kind of price because we buy more than one bale at a time. Obviously, if I was going to his place and buying one bale at a time, he'd probably want $10, which is still not bad. Ducks, man. So we pay not a ton. Okay, we don't pay a ton for our hay, which is good because I don't want to pay a ton. Don't want to pay a ton. It would be very expensive in some areas. So some people tell you how much they're spending, and it's like unfathomable, because if you live in an area like I do where there's lots of hay, then you almost can't understand $20-$25 a bale. Like, we have so much hay that nobody can charge a ton because there'll always be someone cheaper. So the typical price, depending on the year, I mean, it'll vary a bit year to year, is typically between $5 and $10 a bale. The most I've ever seen it in a really bad year was $10 a bale. And I thought that was expensive. So we don't pay that much for hay. So I got all that hay delivered for less than $300. I paid him to deliver it. Why not? It's already not super expensive. Why wouldn't I pay him to deliver it? So that was what we did today. Right? We basically, I hurt my leg. We had a puppy picked up, and we got some hay dropped off. So yeah, we got like 35, 37 bales or whatever he had on the back of his truck. It didn't matter. I didn't care. And how long will that last us? A bale lasts us about a week because we don't have a ton of guys right now. I assume when I buy hay that one bale will last 2 animals 1 week. Because we don't have large animals, right? We don't have large horses. We have just a mini horse and then goat. So, for example, if we were to get 2 sheep, I would go, well, okay, 1 bale for 2 sheep per week kind of thing of 80-pound bales, because that tends to be what they eat. So that'll last us quite a while. That'll last us 32, 35 weeks, something like that. Yeah, that'll last a long time. So I'm going to get some more in the fall just to make sure we can get through to next summer. That's the other tip I have for people looking to buy hay. Do not try to buy hay in January. It's bad timing. Figure out when hay is harvested in your area and plan ahead. So we harvest midsummer now and then in the fall. So I will get another round in the fall, and then we'll have hay till next summer again. That's the plan, okay? Don't try to find hay in January, because one, if anyone does have hay, you're going to be paying through the nose because it's going to be whatever's left over, and it's not going to be great quality. So don't give yourself more drama than necessary by waiting too long to get your hay or looking for it at the wrong time. You want to make sure you have your hay before you need it. So we didn't need it we probably didn't need it till the beginning of September. But it's now approaching the end of July. So we didn't want to get to a point where we simply didn't have any hay. Okay? No, for us that's doable, because we can just have him graze, especially in the summer and fall. Not in the spring, it's not great. But in the summer and fall, we could just let him out to graze. Right? Shadowfax could be grazing, and Arwen is free range anyway. And then get him a bag of feed to keep his diet balanced. But I'd rather not do that. I would rather have the hay all ready to go. And that's what we have. So we'll get some more in the fall. Usually I get 2 bundles of hay a year. Usually I get 30 to 35 bales per time. And that's more than enough to account for wastage and stuff for what we have. So if we add 2 more hay eaters, and it allows the rabbits to have their hay and stuff like that. If we added 2 more hay eaters, I would double the amount, right? So I would get like 60 to 70 bales at a time instead of 30 to 35. But right now, we don't have to worry. We have lots of hay now. And we already still had hay. We were never worried. We were never in a position where we were worried about having enough hay. We still had like a month's worth of hay. We were fine. So we were fine. We're always fine. We've never been in a position where we were wondering what we were going to feed our guys. Okay? It's never happened. And it never will happen. Plan ahead. Remember, they are your responsibility, especially if they live in a pen and they can't get out and find their own food. So it's your responsibility. Don't let them down. If you have hay eaters, cows, horses, goats, sheep, whatever, if you have hay eaters, make sure you have it and you have it before you need it. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Puppies are playing like cute little marvels. They're perfect. We'll see you tomorrow.